All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Tuesday night Fish Barn live stream. Looks like we've got Davo's in the house. Welcome. I think you're usually one of the first ones in. Hello, Ed. Nice to have you here. And hello, Uncle Smiley. So, give it a couple seconds for people to join. Kind of give a little, I guess, recap on the week or whatever. I actually went yesterday to up to my daughter's old high school, and I went over to a volleyball match, which was really it was kind of fun. It was nice to go back there and see some of the parents, see some of the kids that my daughter used to play with. It was like the district. It was their district game. Unfortunately, they lost, which kind of usually happens for them. They're usually play. They were playing a team that's a little in the league above them in terms of like their conference, so it was a little bit. They were playing against steeper competition, but they played well. They took a set. They took the first set, which was probably one of the best sets that I've ever seen them play in terms of effort, energy, passing, etc. They did really well. It's probably one of the best sets I've seen them play in at least a couple of years, if not longer. So. Kudos to them. They played really well last night. It didn't work out for them in the end. Those last games of the year kind of get a little mental sometimes, and I think they got a little bit mental in the middle of it, and kind of towards the end a little bit. But they played well, and I told the athletic secretary on my way out that those kids, absolutely played their tail off. So it was kind of cathartic for me to go back, watch them play again. So. So it was fun. I had a good time. So it was kind of funny. One of the other dads of the kids, one of the kids that my daughter graduated with, came too. It was kind of funny. It wasn't planned or anything, but we came, and it was nice to see him. See some of the other folks there. So that was kind of an upbeat, kind of nice thing. So kind of fish-wise, just kind of an announcement. If you are in the Metro Detroit area, the Motor City Aquarium Club auction is this Saturday. I think it starts at 10:30 at the Bruce Post. It's in St. Clair Shores. I think it's on Jefferson. So if you're in the Metro Detroit area, definitely go check that out. Usually quite a few bags of fish. So it goes on quite a while. So it's a long day, but we'll see how that goes. So kind of with that. Hello, Zed. All right, so kind of with that, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll talk about the end of an era that wasn't, I guess. So when I made the title for this, Live Aquaria was reported to have been shut down, filed for bankruptcy. There was an article by Reef Builders, which is a pretty reputable saltwater source, saying that there was a bankruptcy filing, which I'm pretty sure there was because they had court documents in the article, and then from there, it was kind of a, the one thing that was kind of disturbing to me, and I put this on the fish cord, was there was about $200,000 worth of livestock that was, they were just going to kind of let it go, if you know what I mean, and I was really kind of disturbed by that. I mean. Apparently there was a warehouse in LA where they had all their fish and all their livestock, and they were just going to be like, we're just going to ask the court to let us not do anything with it. I was like, that's kind of not cool. So I know a lot of you probably don't follow the saltwater industry that much, but there've been a few instances where the saltwater industry gets a bad rap. There was a thing years and years ago. Where someone had dumped a bunch of yellow tangs in the trash, and someone pulled them out of the trash and lined them up. You get PETA involved and things like that. So there was a lot of negative energy and press towards the saltwater industry, and I don't think that Live Aquaria leaving that the way it was going to work. But Monday morning, I think it was, they went ahead and said, "Oh, we're sorry, we didn't close." So. We're back open. The website's back up. So, and there's a 20% off coupon that says we're sorry. So now they're back. So There really wasn't an end of the era anymore, but I kept the title because I figured we could still talk about it and see what's up. Um, yeah, kind of, I guess, touching on the auction topic again. I kind of think, it's kind of funny because there's been like a ton of auctions. I was writing to someone, I think it was in comment on, I think, an Aquarium Co-op post, and it was basically um, between the time that the Keystone Clash ended and the um, and basically Thanksgiving, like I could go to a fish event like every single weekend. I could go to an auction, swap. Um, it's kind of in this area, like in the Midwest. It's almost gotten to the point where I think it's like it's like oversaturated now, and so I'm kind of like, um, yeah, I was kind of just like it's it's almost too much because like I could have gone. Yeah, I was just thinking about this when I was like responding to that. I'm like, hey, this is really, and then ours is gonna. I think a lot of people save up for ours. Ours is usually one of the biggest ones in the area, so we'll see how this goes. One of the things I am curious too about is I'm curious to see if there'll be like a decline in the number of African cichlids. It's been kind of, you know, building, and I'm curious to see if we'll keep seeing fewer and fewer and fewer as we go along in the through the years here, and people are keeping less and less of African cichlids. It used to be our auction was at least half, if not more, African cichlids. The last one, it was definitely down. You could definitely tell that um, there was definitely some downturn in the numbers. I don't think it was definitely not half anymore. It was maybe like 40%. So it'll be interesting to see, how it goes from there. All right. So with that, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll play the fish game. It's, I guess one real quick though. Can I get an audio check to make sure we're not hearing the buzzing sound again? I don't think we are, but if you guys could just give me a quick check on that just to make sure. All right. I guess not because I'm not hearing anything. So yeah. So Ed just replied that says there's been an auction in my area every weekend for the last 6 weeks. Okay, so it's not just Michigan then. So it's probably I can see that too with. All right. Is it better now, Zed? I don't know if it's a certain mic or what it is. All right, I'll have to play with it someday. All right, but yeah, so it's yeah, Zed, let me know. I just changed something. Okay, no buzz. Okay. All right. So yeah, so probably with him being in Pittsburgh, it's probably all right. So I can't have it plugged into the power cord as I'm using it. Okay. All right. So, all right. I'll have to keep a note of that. So, yeah. So basically, I mean, I could see that with Youngstown and all the other areas around Pittsburgh, where he'd have the same thing. Yeah. So it's just kind of funny where the auctions just get, because everyone wants to get like that prime time, because like you don't want to be in the at least up north, you don't want to be too much in this, in the warmer months because no one will come. Like you don't want to have an auction in July because no one will come. It's kind of like everyone's outside; they're going to do other things. So yeah. All right. So with that, I guess I was going to show a video, but it didn't turn out very well. But I did actually have something attack the fish barn this weekend too. And unfortunately, I can't really show the video. It didn't turn out very well. But I had a woodpecker literally pecking at the barn. It was literally coming up and just tap, 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 tap on the barn. So, yeah, so we've got Scuba Stevo's here. We've got Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane. So, welcome, guys. So, yeah, so that was kind of disturbing. I really don't need holes in the building. In the past, we've had a little bit of problems with mice. I've gotten rid of those. I found a pretty good way to handle that, so I'm hoping that will still work, because they did put one hole in the barn, and it's way, way, way up high. And I am not the biggest fan of climbing up on ladders anymore, so I don't know what I'm going to do about it. So, all right. So with that, I guess let's go ahead and we'll do the fish game now, and then we'll go outside in the barn. We'll kind of look at the setup that I have for the auction. I'll talk about that, how I'm fasting fish, and then kind of some future plans with the fish room, because I'm going to do some changes to it. There's some things I want to change. So with that, let me flip the screens around real quick, and we'll play the fish game. So, all right, got me there. And all right. So for anyone who's might be new, we're going to play the game of Are They Basic? But basically, it's a non-fish keeper's view of the fish we keep. If we go ahead here and, if I can remember, hit the right buttons. Because basically, I'm going to show you guys a picture of the fish. We're going to guess how basic that she thinks they are, between 1 to 10. And then after a few moments, we'll go ahead and I'll show you what my daughter has to say about it. So, again, most of these are still from the Keystone Clash Fish Show. There is one that I used for a thumbnail, so I stole that one and put it on here too. So, speaking of thumbnails, if you've not watched this week's video, this was kind of the last of my series of Keystone Clash videos. I was basically taking a look at the aquascaping contest. It was a very, all of them were very well done, and for me, it was. For me, it was very hard to judge. Like, I'm not an aquascaping expert. I have no idea how to judge something like that. So, I mean, I was very thankful that I wasn't judging that, because I would be like, yeah, I don't know which one. I'll just flip a coin and figure that, which isn't fair, right? So, hey, Steven, yeah, I still need to rewatch your stream from yesterday. I went to volleyball. I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier. I went to my daughter's old high school just to go up there and watch them play in their district match. So, yeah, so it kind of allowed people to decide which scape that they liked the best. So back to the game real quick. So Davo said he liked that video, which I was, thank you. Yeah, so it's something different. I don't do a lot of aquascaping content on the channel, so it's not something that I'm really going to, do a lot of, but I figured it's something different. So, so back to this real quick. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of the fish, and I will go ahead and let you know, or I'll go ahead and guess in the comment section, how basic you think that she thought the fish were, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. So, like, once again, then most of these are from the Clash, and I think probably for a good while a lot of these will be Clash fish. And then I do have a couple other fish shows I can go back and steal pictures from those too. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first one here, this is it was a Haplochromis, I believe it was ruby green, from the Clash. So this was a Cares fish, as you can kind of see on the container. So I have a soft spot for Victorians, even though I don't really keep them anymore. Definitely some more, definitely pretty interesting fish. Hello, just one more fish. Welcome. This may be one of your fish, I don't know. But we'll go ahead and have a gander at it here and see what we got to say about it. So Zen's got 7. Davo's got 5. Uncle Smiley's got a 4. Steven's got 6. So give it a few, give it a hot minute here. So hello, Fisher of Men Aquatics. I think that's a new name. So welcome. But yeah, like I said, I've always had a kind of a soft spot for Victorian. Some of them are kind of a pain to keep. They get a little nasty to each other, but kind of one that I kind of enjoy a little bit keeping some of these haplochromis. So hello, Jennifer. Welcome. So give it a couple more seconds here for anyone else who wants to put in any last minute guesses, and give it a couple seconds here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll flip it. She gave it a basic ranking 9 out of 10, so I don't think anyone got that one. I think everyone was low. So good evening, Peplin. Thank you for the for being a member, and thank you for the member milestone chat. Appreciate that. So speaking of that, real quick here, I will go ahead and do send out some memberships. I think one of the good parts about the membership is you get access to my talk, so you can go ahead and watch the my talk on Gadaeans. I think that's a pretty entertaining talk. It's pretty good, so I would highly recommend go ahead and check that out. And then I do release videos early. I've not been good about it, at least recently. But I do try to release the videos early to members. So I'll need to go ahead and do that, and a little bit, be a little bit better about that. So with that, we'll go ahead here and let's see who got them real quick. So we got, Steven, she was pretty mad on the fish last week. I would agree. So we got Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Into the Future 1.618, JP Jeffries, AZBC, Didi, all got memberships, so I hope you guys enjoy those. And then from there, let's go ahead here and flip it to the next fish. This one, trying to remember what this one was. He was large. He's a South American or Central American of some sort. I just don't remember what flavor of cichlid this one is. It's probably in my video. Like I was pretty good this time about doing the names. So so we got Steven with the 5. Davo's got 2. Welcome, Skull. I don't think I said hi to you earlier, so welcome. Uncle Smiley has 4 along with Jennifer. Skull's got 3. Fisher of Men has 3 as well. Speaking of Skull, it kind of reminded me of something. I know it wasn't your stream, but I did make some adjustments to. Actually, Ed's on here too. I should have triggered me there too. When you guys did the stream with Greg and Ed and Mitchell Broom, I did change up my food regimen a little bit. I actually decided to add some more vegetable matter to the mix of food that I'm feeding, like my Gadaeans and all the rest of the fish. I generally don't mix up food, so I don't mix I don't feed like basically all the fish in the fish don't have to kind of eat what I feed them. Like I'm not, just because of the number of tanks, I'm really not in the business. I do one, which is for the Belisonics, just because I do feed them a little bit differently. I actually did an experiment with them, kind of mixed results. I did try feeding them the extreme what you would call it, the extreme wiggler pellets to see if they would eat those. Not kind of mixed results. But I did add another spirulina to the mix of food I mix. So it's probably now. Before it was like 3 parts: 1 part krill flake, 1 part soldier fly larva flake, and 1 part spirulina. And I've now upped the spirulina. I bought a big thing of spirulina from Cunningham Tropicals to go with the extreme that I use. So now it's probably about half spirulina and then half the other two or so. So hopefully that'll be good. Yeah, I've used nori a lot when I did saltwater. I used it for tangs, like you get the little clip and you put nori on it. I've not really done the green beans ever. Maybe that's something I'll go ahead and play around with someday too when I get motivated. But I try to feed everything the same stuff because I don't know. I'm just very I'm very I don't know. Everything has to kind of fit in the box, sort of. And if you don't fit in the box, you generally kind of don't stay. But and then there's a couple fish I've not been very happy with health-wise, and so I went ahead and bought. I bought some levamisole. I think I've got some live bear disease going on with like the trout goodians I have, and I think my Limia isla have it too. So like they've just been kind of like slowly but surely every one I'll see like 1 or 2 like waste away. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try some levamisole. So yeah, I know there's a bunch of stuff that loves green beans. I've just been too. I've just not been motivated to try it. I've been kind of lazy about it. So maybe over like Christmas break, I'll buy a can of green beans and feed it and see what happens. So, all right, we'll go ahead and we'll flip the cichlid over now and take a look at how she ranked it. I know I've been kind of going off the path a little bit here. So, but yes, we've got a 5 out of 10. So I think someone may have guessed 5. You guys were kind of right around that. So Steven got it this time. I think that's it. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll flip it to the next one. This one is a Therichthys maculopinnus. Pretty little fish. Another, I believe this one's South American. Like I said, this is not my wheelhouse. So, so pardon me if I get the locations wrong. This one, so I'm kind of playing not in my wheelhouse per se. So as you guys are kind of guessing, I almost forgot to do my shorts for this week. I got sidetracked, and then I didn't really like do them, and all of a sudden I like today I'm like, oh, I didn't do it. Like I was looking at like my analytics, and I'm like, oh, I didn't do any shorts, so I had to go come up with some shorts real quick for the rest of the week. So I mean, I had one done because it was the auction one. So since it is auction season, you'll probably get some more auction shorts as I go through the especially this weekend. I'll have to keep an eye on the bags that are coming through and kind of see what's coming up. So, yeah, that's one of the things that I need to do a better job with shorts is kind of getting for those auction shorts. Try to like guess what are the good bags and then try to film those. This auction is a little harder because I have to work at it, so I have to kind of pay attention to other stuff other than just me getting footage and buying fish. So. Let me see what we've got here. We've got Steven with a 7, Jennifer with an 8, Davos with an 8. Skull's got 7, a couple more 8s from Zen and Uncle Smiley. So, yeah, I'll give it a couple seconds here for some other folks to go ahead and guess. So, all right, we'll go ahead and give it a couple seconds here. Going once. Going twice. Sold 9 out of 10, which I think you guys guessed a little low on that. Yeah, I don't. Everyone, there's a bunch of 8s, but no one guessed 9. So So yeah, so she apparently really liked this fish. I bet you she liked the colors, kind of the patterns too. So with that, let's go ahead and we'll flip the next one. Discus. So pretty fish. There was some pretty discus in this auction or in the fish show too. So we got Skull's got 8, Jennifer's got 6, Zen's got 10. I know these are not the best, pictures. They're taken from video, so they're not like. No, we definitely would not win a photo contest. You can see me in the background. Got a couple of 9s from Uncle Smiley and Steven. So Jennifer is de-stressing after witnessing a fireball. Yeah, I don't know where you're at, Jennifer, but hopefully everything's all right there. And I heard there, I saw that there was a plane crash in Louisville. So I hope that works out okay for everyone that was involved. So, yeah, they were huge in person. They were nice sized, really big discus. So. So we'll give it here a couple more seconds for that. So let's go ahead and I guess I'll give it going once, going twice. Yep. So yeah, that's the one that. Okay. Yeah. So there was that plane crash in Louisville. Okay. Yeah, that was. I saw some footage of that. That was not good. So hopefully the damage is not too bad, if you know what I mean. So. With that, let's go ahead and flip the discus. So yeah, it took me a while to head south after picking up. Yeah, I heard, I saw it on TikTok. So don't. Yeah, I heard there was like a shelter in place for like 5 miles around the airport, and yeah, it's definitely not a great situation. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully the aftermath is not terrible for everyone involved. Okay, 3 dead so far. Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's why I said it was a UPS plane is what they said. So yeah, that's unfortunate. So it's all right. So with that, let's go ahead and flip the discus over real quick and see what she said. Zen was right on this one. She gave this one a 10. I had to try not to have a reaction when Zen guessed it because I was just like, oh, I was like, yeah, she gave that one a 10. So, yes, a 10 out of 10 for that one. So she really liked the discus. So we'll see what other, maybe I'll put some of the other discus in there and see how she rates those. So. All right, going next here. This is the one that I used for a thumbnail. So this is a Rasbora. So, you never know. Maybe Zen is calling up messaging my daughter on Instagram. So maybe she's figured out her Instagram's messaging her on the side. And, she's sending her what she's ranking the fish. You never know. I mean, but who knows? So Rasbora, Jennifer's got 2, Zen Ginger has 8, Davo's got 5. Yeah, so this is definitely not my picture. So I have kind of figured out though a way to kind of get a little bit better fish pictures. So I'm gonna continue to work on that. No, I'm just making that up. Zen's probably not cheating. So I think it's just kind of a joke. So you'll see a video on kind of what I made. I kind of made a little photo box. So you'll see that video coming up here in a few weeks where made a little video photo box for stuff that's kind of harder to film. Things like shrimp and little guppies and stuff like that. So, it's all right. So let's see what we got. We've got Jennifer's got 2, Zen's got 8, Davo's got 5, Skull's got 7, Uncle Smiley's got 4. Okay. I didn't want to make sure. That is not. I don't steal any of the pictures for this. I do have a Shutterstock account that I use for thumbnail pictures and stuff like that. So you can tell if you look at my video thumbnails, you can tell the ones that I've taken versus the ones that I have taken from Shutterstock. So yeah, so I just want to make sure, some people don't. I don't know who knows who, and I want to make sure we're all in the up and up. But yeah, this definitely does look like an aquarium glazer picture, but it's not. I mean, they could have used it and paid for it. I don't know. So so with that, the Rasbora, 7 out of 10. So Curtis got that one. I know we kind of went sideways a little bit talking about other stuff. Skull's got, I think it was just Curtis. So, all right. I think with that, let's go ahead and I think that was the last one. Yep, it was. So we'll flip me back on screen here in full screen effect, and go back to regular scheduled programming. So, so that, I think it's probably going to be time to go out to the barn. We'll go ahead and we'll talk about some of the fish I'm bringing to the auction, and then we'll talk, kind of show you my auction prep. I think some of you have seen it before, but do a little overview of that, and then we'll kind of talk about whatever else you guys want to see. So I will meet you guys outside in about a couple minutes or so. Just give me a moment or two to meander my way out there. All right, I'm here. Here in the barn now. Hello, Beto. Can I get an audio check real quick? I know you guys can see the video, but just a real quick audio check, please. Cool. Thank you, Zed. All right, so let me go ahead here and I'll kind of show you what we do, for the auctions. So let me move this out of the way for a second. So I've basically, if you see these 2-gallon tanks here, I went Sunday and I captured all the fish out of here to basically just put them in a quarantine. So basically kind of let them kind of release all of their toxins, not really toxins, but all of their, their food, their digestion, their waste, whatever, just to kind of get them, ready to go to the auction. I usually do this like the Sunday before. Obviously, you don't feed them. And I kind of knew this, so we'll kind of go through what I'm going to bring. There's some that I've had to leave in tanks, unfortunately, just because I don't have a container where I could comfortably put them. So there's going to be a couple things that I'm not going to be able to do how I want. That worries me a little bit because I feel like if I leave them in the tanks and then just net them out, they don't do as well in terms of waste. Like the bags don't look as good. I've had some brown bags, etc. So let me go ahead here and go through this real quick. So we got the cherry shrimp. I'm going to try to do 5 bags of those. I might have to catch some more of those. So I'm going to do some cherry shrimp here. We've got the Xenotoka Dodroi. And I'm going to need to go through this colony. There's quite a few that kind of have bent spines on them. And so I'm going to have to, I did some culling the other day, but I'm going to have to cull some more. Unfortunately, they're a little, some of them are too big to feed. I'd like to do something productive with them and feed them to, the Belisonics up here. Him and a few of his other friends. But they were kind of too big. So I didn't want to do anything unnecessarily. So that's the Dodroi. I'm just gonna do there's a male. I didn't really have a lot of males in the tank, and I'll show you the tank they came from in a minute. But I didn't find a lot of males. Just there was one male, and to be one male and 6 females. So all right, so we've got these orange swordtails. They're kind of small little guys. So got those. Decided to put my Green Lantern platies in there. They didn't really do much for me. Those were in with some glow light Danios, and I might actually try to see if I can colony breed the glow light Danios. Got the high fin platies in here. You can see those guys right there. I've got my group of Antinobes toweri. A nice group of those. There's some Xenotoka Eisenai from Rio Compostela in here. And then moving around the corner here, we've got the Neolamprologus similis that are in here. You can see them in the they're all hiding in the PVC pipe. And then we've got multis right here. So, and then what I like to do when I sell the Shelleys is I like to put give them the shells to go with it. So someone can at least start a tank with them before they go, and buy their own escargot shells. So those are the ones that I've packaged up. This makes it a lot easier to bag the fish on auction day. And then from there, I guess I'll show you the Dodroi tank. And then we'll go downstairs and we'll talk about the plants and all of that stuff. So that male isn't as bad, but he's still a little funky. So, but yeah, there's some that are definitely a little funky in here in terms of spines and etc. But of course now there's a bunch of males here. It was funny when I tried to catch them the other day. There's one right here. I got to get that one that just darted off. So I've got to get that one. Probably get that one pulled out. So I'm gonna try. I need to try to work with this colony a little bit to get it on the up and up here. So let me. If there's anything else I want to talk about? Oh, I did find some fry in here. This tank went kind of dark again. The light died on it with the little Aquanit light. But there are some Limia Perugia fry. These are the adults. You can see the male there. Awesome. But there's some fry here too. I'll show you. Yeah, I mean, I doubt that those are rainbow fish. So, yeah. So I need to put some more rocks in here to provide some more cover because these are breeding in here. So, good news there. Let me. I know we went on the tour and we didn't really have a chance to see the Pueblo platies, but one of them's out right now. You can see that's the Zephyrus evelene. It just went darted away. Let me take a look here. See anything else. So this is the tank the platies came out of. You can see the Rotala. I think this is Rotala indica, and you see it's starting to kind of spread, which is kind of nice. It's kind of carpeting. So excited about that. Swordtails came out of this tank. Probably going to move something else into here. I'll talk about that when we go downstairs. Not much changed the fry rack. Everything's kind of on the up and up here. I do probably need to take some fish out of here and put them back in their main tanks. But you can see the lion's eye I put on like a lot of size. I kind of like these guys have gotten pretty robust. So you see that they've even bred a little bit too. That one looks like almost gravid. Kind of wild. And then these multicolored guppies need to go. And I need to get the duckweed out of here. So with that, let's head over. All right. So one of the fish that I am going to take, and I hate with an unbridled passion bagging large fish. Like I hate doing it, but I am going to clear this tank out of the Tropheus. I'm just kind of done with Tropheus. They were fun. It's fun breeding them, but I am actually going to move the sips in here. That's kind of my plan for this tank is I'm going to get all the Tropheus out, and then I'm going to put the sips and see if I can just get a really big, huge, massive breeding colony going to those. But we'll see. Next thing I'm going to do, the project-wise in the fish barn is I'm probably going to get rid of this tank unless I go crazy at the auction. Some of these fish are going to go in the in their own tank. Like I'm at these right here. These guys are breeding in here actually. These Lamprologus ornatopinus. You can see there's like a little one down here, and so I'm going to put them in one of the 40 breeders. And then I'm actually going to take this tank down and I'm going to put smaller tanks in its place. I have some 20-gallon longs that I'm going to probably put here, unless I find something at the auction that's. But I'm going to take the this Parasipochromis nigropinus that you can see kind of in the back. The sips are going to go in a. They're just random sips, so they're going to go in a. Where are they go? Oh, they're going to go in upstairs in the community tank, along with these Callichromis pelosporus, because this one's got like a funky mouth on it, so I don't want to sell it to someone. So yeah, so that's going to go, and then I'm going to take the other Tropheus too. These guys here, and I'm going to put those guys in the auction too. It's like one lot, so. And then I'll kind of figure out what I'm going to do with that. But I guess a little update too on these these feather fins. I know the glare is awful here, but they're doing really well. They're out in front. I was going to take the Calachromas Macrops that were in here, but they seem to be doing well together, and they've been out more now, and they're not as reclusive. So I think I'm going to keep them. I may move this group into this tank. I haven't decided yet. Give them a nice little big tank to grow out in. So maybe they'll breed in there too, which will be kind of cool. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much what I'm going to bring to the auction. You can see like a lot of these trout goodies are good, but there's some that just waste away. I'm going to see if I can find one. Like every so often, like I'll see one just kind of waste away and die. Like it'll get like really thin. So I need to kind of go through here and treat this tank, and hopefully I can get this kind of on the up and up. Like some of them just look really thin, and I'm not really done with that. But you can see they're breeding in here. You can see like there's the fry. Like, and I don't want to sell these to anyone until I get them going. This is kind of another wintertime project too. This tank needs some work. You can see all the hair algae in here. So I think this is one that I'm gonna tear all the hair algae out. I'm gonna have to like replant it. Maybe add another filter to it and see what I can do with it. See what else we can see since we're down over here. So I've added rocks to these. I think I did this over the weekend, but you can see there's the green jade shrimp are still out, and then these guppies have done quite well. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then staying here, you can see there's a blue dream right there, and then these guys are from upstairs, but these are the green bicolors. Don't have any males, but I have a bunch of females that one's hit. So hopefully we'll see some fry here in the near future. So, let's see. Let's talk about the plants for the auction too. So I've got a bunch of guppy grass here. I've got that harvested in a 5-gallon bucket. And then I also have a bunch of Val. I might take some Val out of here, depending on how many bags I make. I'm allowed to take 5, so. And then I aged a bunch of water in here, just so that I've aged water especially to bag all these fish from down here. That's going to be kind of a monumental effort. I'm not looking forward to it on Friday, but I kind of want to change some things up in here. So, all right, so let's. Guess I'll head upstairs real quick, and then we'll see what questions you guys have. Oh, and one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. I am going to take this tank too, and I'm going to get rid of all these male Nichols eye mouth brooders, other than like one, and I'm going to move the female and the male upstairs to one of the 20 gallons to see if I can get some fry from them. Other than that, everything else is kind of as it is. So, but it's nice when I get these cleared out. This tank was like all full of guppy grass, so now you can see a little bit better. You can see the Mai. The female is starting to get kind of fat, so hopefully she'll drop some fry. I might need to put some hiding spots in here too. So let me hop upstairs real quick again and see what questions you guys have. So we stop here. I always like to kind of just look. Where's really bad right here, so let me kill the light. So you can see these Xenotoca melanosoma. You can see the big male right there. It's pretty rare when not many people have these. I get them to breed. They just don't breed a ton. So hopefully I can get, though I think there's some smaller ones out here again. Look at that. Let's see. Look in there. I think those, a lot of these, like I said, I colony breed a lot of stuff just because but I think some of those are not. Yeah, those look a little new. If you look up I don't know if you can see them or not. They're in the guppy grass, but they're, yeah. If you see them kind of swimming around the guppy grass up there, I think those are some new ones. So cool. Yeah, those look fairly new. I don't remember those ones of that size. There've been some smaller ones, but that's good news. So hopefully we'll get those going here. Um, all right, let me. Yeah, so I'm going to move the sips over into these sips. I'm going to move over to that big tank and try to just to get a really nice big sip colony going. Let me see what questions you guys have. So looks like Dee Dee and New Local Austin are here. So welcome. Sit you guys down for now. You guys have a better view than that. All right. So Parkside Aquatics said, what about a bucket with a battery operated air pump? Yeah, there's too many fish for a bucket, and I need my buckets for other stuff right now. So I could put them in a. I thought about doing like a bigger, like getting one of my like smaller tubs out and putting them in that, but I was just like, I'm not gonna mess with it. So Dee Dee's here. Hello, Dee Dee. Welcome. Neil Local Austin says Gatorade has electrolytes fish crave. Yeah, I'm not down with putting Gatorade in my tanks. So but hello, New Local Austin. So yes, I am taking those fish to the club auction. Yeah, I mostly move fish that I breed through the auctions. Through like the club auctions. I usually do twice a year. I'll do like the Motor City auction. I've been doing a few more. I've been kind of on a mission this year, and I'll probably continue to try to, let's just say, like sell more than what I buy, which has kind of worked out okay. I know between the Clash and like the Swamis auction, I broke even. The Southeast Michigan one, I didn't really, um, sell anything there, so obviously didn't break even there. I think I spent like All right, so we should be back now. Hopefully you guys are back. Let me see. Hopefully you guys come back here in like 30 seconds. Oh, there you go. All right. So something happened to the feed. I don't know what happened to the feed in the barn. I wonder if someone called the... Yeah, it's dark. Like the whole... Yeah, the whole barn cam feed just died. So I don't know what happened to that. So I wonder if someone like tried to call me or something. I didn't see a call though come through. So I don't know. Yeah, why it died, but we'll have to take a look at that for next time maybe. That's weird. So yeah, so some reason the barn cam died. Maybe they got a text or something. I don't know. That's like my normal phone, so who knows. So anyways, yeah, so it's 8:59. We'll answer any last minute questions. I think, Beto, I hope you heard my answer. But basically you're about 5.5 hours or so. Let me real quick pull up the auction card since we're back at the computer. I do have it here. I didn't have it out in the barn. So let me pull that up and I'll screen share it here once I get it. So the downloads. Let me do this. Oh, fine, whatever. Give me 1 second. I'll pull that up here so you guys can see it. We're just going to put it here. So... All right, so there's the it's not pretty, but there's the auction card. I'll put this in read mode so you guys can see it. So there. So this is the that's the auction. So that's the address. So Beto, like if you want to come out, I would put that in the whatever map you use, and it'll tell you exactly how far. And that's on the far east side of Detroit, so it's going to be, so you'd probably take like I-94 all the way across. So let me flip the screen back real quick here, and we'll kind of wrap things up. Yeah, you're going all the way to the far east side of Detroit, so you're going to be a hot second to get over there. So... yeah, I think that like Chicago for me, about 5.5 hours normally. So, yeah, I mean most of it you're driving in Michigan. Actually, I think Michigan's like a 3-hour drive through all of it. So, yeah. So with that, I think we'll go ahead and we'll wrap it up. We'll talk again next Tuesday night, and then let you guys know how the auction went, things like that. So, yep, I will auction at some point, probably during the event, like Parkside said. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and wrap it up, and I will see you guys